some nerd power. It's the Falcon Paladin Hour, a podcast by Falcon, Paladin, and Somicron. Falcon hates puns and thinks that they're all wrong. One's American and one is an Aussie. Talking about StarCraft 2 and the esports scene.
Hello and welcome.
Hello to a very special U.S. election edition of the podcast.
And here I was thinking we could do the episode without bringing that up.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
All right.
Specifically because I know you don't care.
Well, I care. I mean, I care a little. It's not that I don't care.
Okay.
I
You just don't want to talk about it at all.
Well, I mean, I don't get to vote. Why should I talk about it?
Oh, it seems like everybody else in the world cares immensely about this thing that only affects Americans.
It does not only affect Americans. You guys have foreign policy. It affects other people.
Okay, so why don't you care again? It affects you.
Because I don't get to vote. The voting is how you implement change.
It is. That's true.
So it's
Although I did just watch a video. Or go ahead. It's
No,
not
no.
that you don't care. It's just that you don't feel like you can affect the outcome at all because you can't.
Right. I mean, I think majority of people have their minds made, and any real serious discussion is not going to happen on election day.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I did just watch an interesting video that Alchemy posted in the Discord where he was saying, the video was basically saying that the U.S. is specifically designed for the status quo. Right? You have all these different things working towards stuff not really changing all that much. You've got term limits for presidents. You've got the ability for presidents to overwrite previous presidents' executive orders. So, like, whatever on that. You have to get anything done in a binding, legal, like, super permanent way. You have to get the House and the Senate and the president all to agree on it, which is hard. And to add an amendment to the Constitution is 3/5 of the states, which is impossible. So, yeah. So basically, the U.S. is designed to be effectively the same in a lot of ways, and change is difficult. So, yeah. When you said voting is how you implement change, I was like, I don't know. That's really how that works, actually.
Well, it's the common person's avenue to implement the most change that they can. Right.
Yes, the most change possible for them. Right.
Right. I'm not
Agreed.
saying everyone who goes out and votes, is going to change the world drastically overnight every time, right?
Right.
But
But it's all we have.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's tight. Like all the swing states, the ones that are expected to finish close are, I mean, Georgia, I don't know. It's too early. It's too early at this point. I'm looking at the Google election results, and I mean, North Carolina is 78% reporting, but it's still a 51 to 98% split. I mean, it's crazy. At this point, as near as I can tell, it seems like it's either going to be a Biden comfortable win or a Trump close win.
Okay.
I don't see any scenario where Trump wins big here.
He already got Florida, didn't he?
He did get Florida, but even with Florida, like, I don't know that there's a way that he gets a comfortable win in the Electoral College.
Do you think the Gators voted for him, or?
I don't know. So the thing about Florida is, one, a lot of old people, and old people vote Republican. That has always been the case. And number two is, for whatever reason, Florida's like reduced all these restrictions on COVID. And whether that's smart or not, I think it makes the people feel like COVID isn't a problem anymore. Right. And they're like, thanks, President Trump, for fixing COVID in our state. I'm not saying it makes any sense, but I think in states where there's more lockdown and there's more publicity about how many dozen cases there are, it hurts Trump more. And in a state that doesn't seem to be taking it as seriously, I think that helps him.
Okay.
Which
that makes sense.
Yeah. So that, for me, that explains Florida. I don't know. I'm no political expert, but I think that's a lot of it.
Really?
I mean, I have a sister who lives there. So,
really?
Yeah, she can relay stuff.
Fair enough.
And that's how I know. That's how I know about the state of COVID in in the state
Mm-hmm.
is just from her, basically, and just the attitudes of what she's saying. Anywho, yeah, that's it. I don't want to spend a ton of time on the election. We have a lot to talk about.
Do we?
But yeah, of course, we always do. Last time we went long, dude. We were like, there's so much to talk about. We went over the hour.
Sure.
Yeah.
Only by a little bit. It's fine.
It's true. Yes. Fair enough. So, how are things in Straya recently? Any exciting news to share?
No. I mean, it rained for like a week, and the last 2 days have been sunny. So,
Well, that's good. Bike riding weather.
yeah, I've stayed entirely at home.
Oh. It's bike riding weather, but you're not using it for that.
No.
No.
I've just been playing video games, chilling. I gotta go back to work tonight. My first day back. I haven't worked in like 6 days at this point. Well, tomorrow it'll be 6 days. Lovely
that's nice.
staycation. I'm not looking forward to going back. But
Yeah, vacations are the greatest.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Well, good. We'll go back and be awesome and do the work of 3 people, because that's what you do.
No, I think we've got someone now.
Do you? Who's this?
I don't know. I haven't met him. He started while I'm on my staycation.
Do you know anything about this person? Have your coworkers been like, yo?
No, they've not sent me a message.
Okay.
No.
So they could be terrible. You don't know.
It's true.
You could still have to do the work of 3 people.
It's true. Nervous laughter.
Yeah. Nervous laughter. Work's been good for me. Pretty busy. We have currently, our company has a data center in Dublin and one in Frankfurt.
Okay.
But we don't have enough. Apparently, we're not really selling enough of it to justify 2 data centers in Europe. So we're closing one and migrating all of those cloud backups to the other one. And it's this giant undertaking because apparently the product was never designed with the intent of being able to easily merge databases.
Right.
Like each data center, each DC is its own thing. And there's no way that we wrote into it to be like, and here's 3,000 new things. Please don't overwrite what's there already, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's freaking out about that. That's been very exciting.
Which one's closing? Dublin or Frankfurt?
Dublin.
Disappointing.
But only because of Brexit.
Oh.
Our company entirely made the decision to keep the Frankfurt one because of Brexit and because the UK wouldn't be part of the EU anymore.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Consequences, man.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with work. The last episode of Akudama Drive was really good, I thought. I enjoyed it immensely.
Yes.
Are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm super keen to find out what's happening. All right, like.
Yeah, totally.
Who are these? Spoilers for Akudama Drive people. Who are these kids?
And why do they have like The Shining vibes coming off of them? Because they are creepy children.
They are creepy children, and also, how did one of them get like a flute that can stop the train in the quarantine zone?
And how did one of them develop an artificial cat that contains the key to where they are and get it out into the world? Like,
right.
Their escape plan seems very convoluted, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's got to be some answers coming. There has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, just some fun things in there. I thought Cutthroat's inability to stay focused is incredible. Like, he's this, terrifying assassin, basically, but he's also kind of got the mind of a child and gets distracted by things super easy.
Yeah, red things. Red button.
Kind of have to... Yeah, you got to keep him on task, or else he might just wander off on you, which is not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the exchange between one of the executioners and the doctor, where he's like, I bet if I cut you in half, you couldn't fix it. And she's like, I bet I could.
Challenge accepted.
I know. She's totally into it. Also, I find it interesting there are like D&D archetypes in this world. Like, her name's not Doctor. She's one of many doctors. Like, there's a lot of people with this weird supernatural fixing healing ability. She's just like the best, right? Or one of the best. We don't really know.
When did they say that?
I think the executioner refers to her as a doctor. He's like, basically, he's like, you're one of those, right? You're one of many that I dealt with before.
I didn't get that.
You don't
vibe.
think so?
I didn't get that vibe. I think he was like, "Oh, you're the doctor here." All right, like you're. I don't think he said a doctor. He said the doctor.
I just get the feeling they're all archetypes. Like, there are many brawlers, there are many couriers, there are many hackers. These just happen to be really skilled ones.
Sure, but that's the way it is anyway. Like. She's not the only person in the world who can heal and treat other people.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. It just doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Because they don't refer to them as classes. Like, oh, we needed to go find someone who was a brawler, and then we just happened to find the best brawler. And here's all these other brawlers that we didn't choose. It's just like...
No, they didn't happen to.
No.
They put out a thing that was like, you get $500 million if you go here and do this thing, and only the best ones were like, well, that sounds like something I can do.
No, only the ones that they sent invitations to. They didn't put out open calls for everyone, just specific people who happen to be really good at their particular specialties.
Right.
And there's other people who do doctor work for criminals. She's just the best at it because she's magic.
Yeah. You don't think anybody else is magic doctor?
I mean, I'm sure there's other good magic doctors. But she's clearly the best.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a type of person that is a magic doctor.
Okay,
but and the executioner has fought magic doctors before.
Okay. Sure, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as it is in D&D, where if you wanted to, you could just take a level in cleric. Right.
No, I'm not saying it's literally D&D. I'm just saying it's classes. It's archetypes. I believe I used that word.
Right. Sure.
Anyway, Copenhagen DOS with the 3-month resub. Thanks, Cope.
Thank you.
Third time is the charm, indeed. Anyway, it's good. I'm still waiting for them to be like, you are not a swindler, you are a 14-year-old girl. But it hasn't happened yet.
Also, clearly an adult, I'll have you know. Not a 14-year-old.
Is she?
She has a job. Like, what kind of a 14-year-old has a job?
I was working since I was 12. I had a job when I was 14.
Were you full-time?
No, but it doesn't say she's full-time.
She clocked off and then went to go home and make dinner. Right, that's clearly full-time. That's full-time.
Okay, you go to school during the day, you work in the evening, and then you go home and have dinner.
Nah,
that's how that works when you're a student.
Right, but she was walking around and she was just like, you know what, Takayama, I'm going to have that instead of whatever it is I was going to cook at home. Not with, like, my parents or whatever.
In Japan, they have highly independent minors. That she could be a teenager and be like, I think I'll get my own food today is totally normal. Haven't you seen that story of like the 3-year-old kid that the parents send on the bus to like get groceries and stuff?
You mean like Naomi in Halo when they're like, she's 6. She can take the bus home, gets kidnapped by the government.
Yeah, that one, like that.
Yeah.
That's just Japan. It's Japanese culture, though. It's very much the kids do their own thing. Like, we trust society to not murder them, and they're developing really important skills.
This is a crime-ridden Japan. This isn't.
That's
Japan.
true. It's not normal Japan. That's fair. But I'm saying the writers and creators of the show are Japanese, and it's some version of Japan. So I'm saying their own cultural biases could creep in here, right?
Sure. She's an adult.
Okay, fine. I'm waiting for them to figure out that this is not a swindler, and this is, in fact, a totally normal human being with no special skills at all.
There we go.
Okay, good. Same page.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should be able to figure this out. That's all.
Here's the thing: if she wasn't going to be just a normal girl, I think the ending of the last episode would be, and we need a special seal to unlock this vault. And then it's because she worked at like a seal plant or whatever, or she was clocking off in the first episode with a seal. I was like, and it's her seal, but no, it's the cat.
Yeah, she's done almost nothing that like was nothing she's done couldn't be done by somebody else.
Right.
I mean, she's kind of motivating Cutthroat in that he's in love with her, and he kind of will fight for her for 4 seconds until he gets distracted.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think that's really important either.
No. She's she's Cutthroat's hoodlum, right? Because like the brawler's got the hoodlum guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He's great. I like the point where he's like, "All right, brawler, you give him a shot, and if you can take him down, I'll finish him off." Like, so good.
And everyone except the brawler sees right through it. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's very fun though. I like it.
Good show, people. Check it out.
Yeah. So I mean, so they get through the whole train. It's very Snowpiercer that way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And here's the thing: they've got passenger cars,
Mm-hmm.
and then they say many times.
Mm-hmm.
They have the cat say it, and they have the puppet, the rabbit, and the shark say it on the kids' show.
Mm-hmm.
That if you're coming back in, you get decontaminated, and everything biological dies.
Right.
How are there passenger cars on this train? Who's using this as a passenger train? It's impossible. You get disintegrated.
Evidently, that is misinformation spread to discourage people trying to board it. Right, just they don't want random people breaking in because everyone believes that even if you get into the bad zone, you can't get out because you just get disintegrated. But secretly, there are people that they're transporting.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But in that case, why did the creepy children stop the train and put a bubble around it? Why not be like, it's fine, we'll just keep going, we'll get out of this bad place, and we'll go through the decontamination zone, that nothing bad happens to us, and we'll be there. Why did they stop it?
Because they don't want to go to... Because the plan was originally to get the vault off the train in Kanto, right? They don't want to go to...
Right.
Kansai, yeah, they don't want to go to Kanto. Japanese place. They don't want to go to the north. They don't want to go visit the wall in Jon Snow, right? They want to stay back here where it's in King's Landing.
Yeah, fair.
So they had to stop the train, and now they're going to send it in reverse, guaranteed.
All right, sounds reasonable.
Or,
do you think the kids give off creepy vibes? I think they give off creepy vibes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
they're super.
They remind me of the kids from Demon Slayer that you haven't watched. Did you get to the part with the creepy kids?
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of those creepy kids.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're ghosts. Spoiler alert for Demon Slayer.
Another show where they're putting kids in boxes.
Yeah, there are some. They're like, Demon Slayer is popular because there's creepy children in boxes. We can do that.
Maybe.
No, I don't think that's how that went. Anywho.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that the executioner and apprentice have a troubled relationship, right? It's not just like, and there's these two, robot automatons who are mindless killing machines. It's like one's good at their job, the other one's not so good, and is really trying desperately to get better and win the approval of her master, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But
it's fun. That's all.
She's not good at her job, but she's really good at her job. Like she goes toe to toe with Curio. And he's got like a cyborg arm and a gun. She's got like a knife.
He rides a motorcycle.
Right, but when he's not
I was
riding...
surprised he was decent at fighting at all, to be honest. Like, I thought the fact that she was hanging with him was a sign of how weak she was, because he's not a fighter. When he's on his bike, he's dangerous. When he's off his bike, he's a dude with a cyborg hand and a gun, like you said.
He's clearly competent at fighting. He's just not his preferred skill set.
Yeah, he's competent, yes. But I honestly didn't expect... I don't know. I didn't think he'd do as well as he did.
Mm.
I mean, I'm guessing that's just it's story-driven, right?
I mean, I feel like the way he fights, he thinks about it much more tactically than the actual fighters do. The fighters are just like, let's get in there, start knocking heads. He's like, well, I can't hit you, so I'm gonna hit at like try and attack your unconscious teammate, right? Like he's looking for plays because he knows he can't go toe to toe.
Yeah.
So
Although Doctor seems to think that he's pulling his punches with the apprentice because she's a girl,
maybe.
right? She's like, "Would you stop screwing around? Take her down." He's like,
Yeah.
Anyway, I enjoy it. It's good. It's moving. We are not that many episodes in, and like we've already figured out what's in the train. So
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like other animes would be like, and in season 3, we'll find out what's in the train.
Yes. For sure. That is 100% other shows.
Yeah, tragically.
Yeah.
Blah.
Whew. What else have you been watching? What else have you been watching?
Mostly YouTube, I think, recently.
Hmm.
I watched the new CGP Grey video about hexagons, where he starts a cult about hexagon worship
Mm-hmm. It's true.
and becomes the de
Hexagon.
facto leader.
Hexagon is the bestagon.
Hexagon is the bestagon.
Yep. It's true. I watched the video.
Yeah. It's so there's YouTuber Brian David Gilbert that I think Elk brought me onto, but he's just a dude and he does video game videos for Polygon. And largely it's his descent into madness as he goes way too deep into stuff like Waluigi and Sonic.
Okay.
And yeah, it's basically chronicling his descent into insanity. And I felt like CGP Grey is generally pretty grounded and pretty like, here's the facts. And we'll be funny, we'll have a good time, but here's the facts. And I don't know, I've just never seen him be like, and we're going to found an entire religion based on the hexagon because it's the bestagon. Here are your robes. Go forth and preach the gospel.
You've not listened to his podcast, have you?
No. Is he more crazy on the pod?
He's not crazy. He's just clearly more passionate about things like bees. And so where he finds patterns in hexagons and bees, it doesn't seem so far-fetched. It doesn't seem so removed from his baseline.
Okay.
I don't feel like he's actually going to start a cult. Right?
Right. No, I get that.
I feel like that was just a bit.
For sure. But there was a little extra committing to it. He went, I think, beyond the line of this is jokes into I feel strongly enough about this that I maybe would if I had the opportunity to.
Right.
Also, that whole thing where there's a hexagon of like gas on the top of Saturn.
I had no idea about that. Is that true? I assume that's true.
He's never lied to me before. Why would I not trust CGP? You're looking it up? Look it up.
Looking it up.
All right.
Saturn's hexagon. Yes, it's real.
So these clouds on Saturn are holding the shape of a hexagon and changing colors.
Mm-hmm.
What? I like his theory about like aliens set up a I don't know, a hidden message kind of a thing there, right? Like they showed up when we were monkeys. And was like, well, we can't wait around for them to evolve into something smart. So we're going to set this up and then eventually they'll be smart enough to figure out something's going on here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. The Saturn hexagon.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that I've never heard about it. Is it, in your findings, was it a recent discovery? Is this a new thing?
I don't know. Discovery was in 1981.
Holy crap, that's older than me. Okay. So it's been around a while. Apparently it's not...
I mean, in terms of, like, we've been looking at other planets, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, it's almost 40 years, dude.
How long have we known that there's been a Saturn? Right? Like...
like what? Galileo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So... It's pretty recent. Just because it's older than you doesn't mean it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
in
But
astrology.
I just mean, I'm not saying that it's been around long enough that we should have figured out what it is.
Right.
I'm saying it's been around long enough that like it had entered public consciousness on some level, and it's just like, yeah, there's this weird hexagon gas cloud thing on Saturn. We don't know what it is.
Mm,
It's like I know names of Jupiter. I'm sorry, names of moons of Jupiter, but I don't know that there's a giant crazy mystery on Saturn. That's very strange to me. It
right.
just feels like it should be a standard science fact.
That there's this
It's
thing and
not.
nobody knows what it is.
Yes, absolutely. I'm super curious about it. They should. I'm surprised there's not a movie about it more than anything else.
What
Right?
would you say? Like, what
It's
would
just
this movie?
it's science fiction, right? So it's in the future. We
you
have the ability.
Okay. I thought you meant like there would be a science movie as like documentary about it. Being
No, no,
like,
no, no, no.
Here's why it is. You mean like it would be used in science fiction?
Yeah,
I,
or just something like The Martian, which is like gently sci-fi, right? There's definitely elements we don't have now, but it's plausible, right? That we
Sure,
would have
yeah.
this technology. We get to Mars, we build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of a slightly future sci-fi. We get the ability to go to Saturn and figure out what's there, and it's it's this beacon of some kind, and it
Mm-hmm.
tells us there was some civilization that was there millions of years ago, but they left, and we have to try to figure out if they left a forwarding address. Something like that. That's all. I'm not. I'm not saying it needs to be like front and center of NASA every day. Like, what is the hexagon?
We need to launch probes at it now.
Yeah, but just talking about it at all would be.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's very cool. Yeah. We had
This is a-
Halloween.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say, it appears there's a vortex in it.
Cool.
It's a vortex that's holding a shape.
Somehow, some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That we don't understand.
Well, yeah. I mean, I assume nothing because I don't know anything about this. But
Right.
yeah, Halloween. Halloween happened.
Yeah. So it was a socially distant COVID Halloween for my kids.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of parents had this conversation with their kids. It was, we're not doing trick or treating this year, but we're just giving you giant sacks of candy anyway. And all my kids are like, all right.
You mean
We're
less
down.
work, more candy?
Yeah, basically. So we went to my parents' house and had a, Halloween dinner with some fun Halloween themed foods.
Mhm.
Like my mom made it was like a mummy wrap. So you take the meatballs and you wrap them in dough and then you cook it. So then it kind of looks like a mummy with like a body in there that's been wrapped up in mummy stuff. It
Sure.
was delicious. It was very good.
Okay.
The kids enjoyed it. And then after it got dark, I went out and just like chucked candy on the back lawn and gave them flashlights and said, go. And they were happy with it. So
Fair enough.
done.
Yeah.
I might.
Mm.
I don't know. I might tell like next year, suggest it.
Yeah.
Be like, so
Do we really have to do anything again? Can we just
yeah.
throw it on the lawn, pretend it's Easter, make them search for it like hidden eggs?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sure, yeah. Write a memo, put it in your calendar. Just call it like Lazy Halloween again. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We had.
Because I mean, it's cold. And like going out trick or treating with your kids is just, I'm not getting a giant sack of candy. Like, why am I out here in the freezing cold all night? Anyway,
You're an adult. You can buy as much candy as you want.
it's true. That doesn't mean I want to walk around the neighborhood for 2 hours on October 31st.
Oh no, you have to go for a walk one day of the year.
After dark when it's cold. Nobody does that.
Lots of people do that, although they're usually hiding bodies. I think we got like 2 trick-or-treaters. I don't know. We got one while I was playing games and one while I was going to sleep. So they got some candy. That was it.
That was it.
Yep.
Calm Halloween.
Yeah, people don't really do it here. So,
Really, at all?
yeah.
I've always wondered about that. Like, the U.S. makes a big freaking deal about it. I know that England cares,
Do they?
which is, I assume that's where we got it, because we didn't invent Halloween,
No, but
obviously.
I was watching DreamHack Masters and they were talking to like the Muslim. He's English, isn't he? And he was
He
like,
is.
yeah, it's kind of a thing, but it's nothing like America.
Okay. I mean, maybe it's just something where it existed, America took it and made it its own thing, and like took it to 11, which is what we do with a lot of stuff.
Right. Could be.
Yeah, it looks like Scotland and Ireland, they call it guising. Children dressed in costume go from door to door for food or coins. It's recorded in Scotland at Halloween in 1895 that masqueraders in disguise carrying lanterns made out of scooped turnips visited homes and were rewarded with cakes, fruit, and money. That was like the highlight of the year, man. 1895? Like, what else is happening in 1895?
That is an
Like,
excellent
we
question.
got cakes and fruit. Awesome.
Yeah.
It dates back forever. So yeah, it must just, it's one of those things that made it to America and we went obsessive with it. And like, no, everybody else is like, what are you doing? Like, why? What have you done?
People saw candy sales skyrocket in the end of October, and so everyone just lent into it. That's literally all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Halloween.
I don't need to go trick or treating because I have this.
Oh.
A giant stash of Kit Kats right behind me.
Oh my gosh. Why do you have a giant stash of Kit Kats?
And a giant stash of Lindt chocolates. And a giant stash of gobstoppers. My housemate spent $430 on his personal candy supply like a month ago, and it's still all there. I've had one box of gobstoppers. It's like halfway through. He's gone through a carton and a half.
Gobstoppers are not fast to eat.
He goes through them. We were having dinner, and I look over, and mid-meal, he reaches over and gets a gobstopper.
He must supposed to be chewing them, right? He's just like crack, chew, 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 chew.
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if he's doing the traditional, just like suck it until it's gone, that's an hour. Like, it's a long time to get through one of those.
Right. Which is why I still have half a packet. But
he has been through boxes.
yeah, he's demolishing them. Yeah.
Strange. So how often does he spend $400?
Oh, every other month or so. Depending on
Holy
when
crap.
we're running out, to be fair. Is a better way to put it.
Is this stuff that he has to like ship in from other countries or get
Nope.
it from a specialty store? This is just locally available.
He goes to a retailer that usually deals with supplying businesses for like their snack rooms and stuff like that, or little shops that just want to have like a candy bar.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So
Amazing. That
Yeah.
seems like a lot of money.
yeah, it is.
That's what happens if you don't have kids, I guess.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Fire Force has been good.
Has it? Is it
Yeah,
finished yet?
I'm just-
So I can binge watch it.
No, it's going forever. Like, I don't know what's going on. Every week there's a new episode.
Damn.
So the you know who I'm talking about. The captain of the fire of the
The 8th.
no, of the one that they took down. Like the lady,
lady.
that's
Oh,
that's mean
yeah.
to her, that's mean to her people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, she's on their side now and everything. She hasn't even like appeared at all in the show for like 6 episodes. She doesn't exist.
That's disappointing.
It's weird. Like, she's not my favorite. I don't like her very much. But like, she's an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like everybody else that they've kind of glommed into their family and added to the team has been around and doing stuff. Everybody. But I don't know what she's doing. She's gone.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. I haven't watched it.
Anyway, that's just something that I noticed the other day. It's because they referred to her. Like, they never talk about her either. In this episode, they were like, she did this thing. She's so crazy. But I was like, but she's all right. She's not dead. At least that's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's good lore stuff. It's getting deep into kind of world building things. And anyway,
Excellent.
fantastic.
I have a comedy you should watch.
Okay.
Called Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. It's
You're not kidding. That's the name of the anime.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's typical isekai nonsense. Guy gets picked to go save a fantasy world and get some like OP stats and stuff.
Why are they all isekai?
I don't know. That's all. That's all that Japan makes these days. It's just isekai.
Except for Millionaire Detective and Akudama Drive and the stuff we've been watching.
Right. I normally don't bring up isekai trash unless it's actually got some value to it. Which this one is pretty funny. Like, watch the first episode, and if you don't laugh, I'll never recommend an isekai again.
Wow. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I've added it. It's on Hulu, so that's easy. I've added
Cool.
it to my list.
Cool. It's great.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
All right, done.
Easy.
Donezo. So we were looking at GSL, and didn't you say the next one doesn't start until like December?
Yes. Accurate.
Gravy.
We do have DreamHack going on at the moment.
Ooh,
DreamHack
yeah.
Masters.
We could talk some DreamHack.
Yeah. So I believe the European finals, the playoffs are happening already.
They are. They're doing that crazy winners round, losers, or winners bracket, losers bracket thing. So it takes 8 years to complete.
Right. I mean, it's been taking forever already.
Although it's not GSL, so
I mean, it's still taking a while because all this is just the European like qualifiers bracket, and then there's the season finals, which has another group stage to go through.
Right. That's true. So it is kind of GSL.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. All right. So what do we got? Clem, Cyril, Laser, and Rainer as our 4 in the winners bracket so far.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that surprising.
3 Zergs? No.
Although Hero Marine not making it through sucks. Oh, he got 3-0'd by Cyril. That's brutal. Oh, Hero Marine. I thought you could take at least a game off him. You've been playing really well this year.
No. Cyril also been playing really well. I think he dropped 1 map.
Who beat him?
That's an interesting question. It was Rail.
Okay, sure, why not? Rail.
I mean, here's the thing. There was also his second to last game. Because I think Cyril went up 1, Rail beat him once, and then he won again, and now he's in the finals. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So he nearly got out of the group stages, winning 7 matches. Yeah.
Yep. 7-0.
Yeah.
And then he 3-0'd Hero Marine, and now he's got to play Clem, which is pretty good. Like, Clem's taken games off Cyril recently.
It's true. Yeah.
And DreamHack Fall, he beat him. Spoiler alert. Like, outright beat him in a best of 5. That was... I think that... Yes, I cast that one. That was a really abrupt Game 5 ending for Cyril.
Yeah.
Like, it went to Game 5. Clem... It was one of those things where, like, the Terran wins a battle in the middle of the map, right? And then the Zerg player, generally can remax or have some defenses back there, but that was it. Like, Cyril's like, nope, I'm out. Yeah. I mean, when it happened, I just kind of sat there and was like, what?
Right.
Like, it's a Game 5. And what's funny is I feel like Zergs are more apt to just GG out in situations where maybe they didn't have to. Like, it feels like Terran and Protoss will fight to the last everything more often. Sure. Especially in a Game 5 rubber match kind of a situation. And Zergs are just like, if I'm dead, I'm dead.
Yeah, maybe.
It reminds me, I was watching an old Day 9 talk about a Major League Gaming MLG that he cast back in 2011.
Okay.
For StarCraft 2.
Yep.
And it was MMA versus Idra.
Okay.
And Idra had been doing great all year. He'd been killing it. He matches up against MMA, who's been playing super well as well. And there's a game in their series where MMA accidentally kills his own nat.
Oh, yes.
You're familiar with this?
Yes, I've seen this.
Yeah. So MMA kills his own natural by accident, goes, might as well go, gathers up his army, and it goes and attacks Idra. Idra crushes the attack, like destroys everything MMA has, and then GG's out. It is the most bizarre thing. The Day 9 and I think it's DJ Wheat are just like, what?
Right.
The audience is all these like white people are like, go Foreigner, go Idra. Like there's people standing up, and then when Idra GG's out, they're like, what? And they slowly sit. So anecdotally, by golly, Zerg players GG out sooner than they should. It really feels like.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, God, such a good moment. So yeah. Anyway, back to our brackets here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm a little surprised the Laser made it out instead of Hero Marine, but Hero Marine matched up against Cyril, so that's just bad luck.
Well, Hero Marine still got to lose his bracket to go through, so it's fine.
That's true. Yeah. He should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to beat the winner of Hellraiser and Gung Fu Banda, so he should be great.
Yeah, he should be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it just feels like this is going to be a rematch of DreamHack Fall, where it's some variation of Raynor, Cyril, and Clem, and they're kind of beating each other, and then someone falls a loser's bracket, then they meet again later, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for literally everyone else.
No, it seems like those three, at least this year, have really made themselves the top three. Clem's playing exceptionally well.
And then we still have North America to go as well.
Yeah.
Although significantly less players.
Yes.
There's 8.
Yeah, and they're still bothering with the whole winner's bracket, loser's bracket thing. Like, at this point, just make some quarterfinals and be done with it, guys.
No.
Whatever, it's fine. Drea, Future, Neben, Scarlet. Yep, that's
Makes sense.
it's about what I expect.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nina could be in there. What'd she go? 4 and 3? Rough stuff that way, but yeah, I think those. I mean, she's in the losers bracket, so I mean, she can maybe fight her way back up. But yeah, I think Estrella, Future, Neben, Scarlet makes sense there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor North American scene. It is what it is, though, and it is what it's always been.
Yeah.
I just, yeah. And watching some of that old Day 9 stuff, it's like back in 2005, they're talking about how the North American scene is fun, but really garbage compared to Korea. Like, the very best players there are just maybe they'll take a map when they actually compete against the best. And I mean, it's not necessarily that bad for North America. Like, Neve and Scarlet have made noise in the past, for sure.
Sure, in the past. Now, now the North American scene is still fun, but still second place compared to Europe and to Korea. Now. Yeah. Which I guess is really third place.
Right. Yeah.
But good job making the game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a participation trophy is what it is.
I mean, yeah. I'm just wondering, does North America just have less players have a smaller prize pool for this? Yes. Cool.
I mean, it should. That'd be totally stupid if it were the same size as Europe.
The first place for NA gets more than the second place for Europe, but less than first place, which by like $4,000. So makes sense.
Yeah, we actually did some Korea stuff.
Did we?
Korea play-ins happened 6 days ago.
Oh, sure. Yeah, the 3 games.
Yeah. Trap 3-1 Zest and Inno 3-0 Dongregu.
Right. But when you go to the season finals, I believe there's more Koreans that will be there because they get qualified from GSL. So
Yeah.
Statsmar, Armani, and TY will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they take the GSL Season 3 semifinal, and just everyone gets a spot if you made it there.
Yeah.
Cool. DreamHack is cool.
DreamHack is cool.
Yeah. So when it gets a little bit further along, maybe we'll do some betting there while we're waiting for GSL to happen.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you see Nathanius, Katz, and Smix's Halloween costumes that they put on for the broadcast of DreamHack?
No, I did not. I missed that.
Nathanius dressed up as Pikachu with sunglasses. Very strange.
Sure. Good man, Pikachu.
Yeah. Katz was like a bear or a dog. He wasn't sure which. And Smix was a cat. But by cat, I mean she drew whiskers on her face. It was still adorable, but less effort, I think, than an actual costume.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But it was good to see the casters getting into the Halloween spirit.
Yeah, how did that? Like, nobody... I didn't see that in any of the StarCraft Discords that I'm in.
No? No one took screenshots?
No.
I haven't heard anything about it on Reddit.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's not on Reddit either.
Hmm.
Nathanius. Did he post anything about it on Twitter?
I don't know. I don't follow him.
I don't either. Is there a lot of dog pictures, though?
Oh, yeah?
That's a good experience. It's a good follow with dogs.
Sure.
Oh, here it is. He retweeted something that someone else tweeted about his Pikachu costume, which is just Pikachu pajamas, honestly. It's not really a costume. It's adult size Pikachu jammies.
It's a costume.
It's as much effort as drawing whiskers on your face is.
No, it's more. You had to go out and buy a costume. You'd go out and buy something for this.
Fair.
Although, I think he said that's not his only Pikachu costume.
Smix didn't post anything about it on her Twitter account. Google doesn't know who Smix is. That's embarrassing.
Really? Really, Google?
Smix is engaged. Yes. Nothing on the Instagram. There's no visual record of any of this happening.
Weird. I'm sure that you can find the VOD.
That's true. That'd be easy enough.
Yeah.
Man, as of now, this odds tracker website that I've been following today, I kind of trust these people because like they just care about the betting and the money. I don't necessarily think they have a political slant about it. They don't care. They just look at it like it's sports betting, right?
Okay.
Anyway, they're saying right now it's 67% chance that Trump wins. Like he won Florida effectively, and that's kind of changed everything. What a crazy... This might go on for a while.
Sure, yeah.
That's all. That's just, I mean, it just shows how much things change in an hour on election night. It's all over the place. It's back and forth and up and down and stuff. I don't know. Like TLO just tweeted, you Americans lead stressful lives. And I was like, maybe. Like, I think a lot of people are very stressed out about this. But not me.
I've seen lots of people on Twitter being like, this is really stressful right now. I think I just stressed to eat an entire pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's worse things to do. Pizza's good.
Well, unless they're like lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant. Right, then it's pretty bad.
And there are some consequences. Yes, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, how is Florida 91% reporting? I think they've been counting their mail-in votes for a while, Aki. Some states are doing this differently. I think Pennsylvania didn't start counting their mail-in votes until today because of reasons. I don't know.
Voting should be like a cafe, right? You walk in, you get a free cup of coffee, and then you place your vote, and then they yell it out to someone in the back who counts it, right?
See, you're all about the food connected to voting thing because you have democracy sausages.
It's true.
You're just trying to bring that to the rest of the world, which I'm not. I mean,
Right, but I just think it would
right? I'm okay
speed
with
up.
it.
I think it would speed up the voting process, right? Like everyone would vote and instantly have their vote counted, and get
Right.
free coffee. Right?
But I think we're into privacy too much for that. I think we're too much worried about people knowing what our vote was if we're having it yelled in public in some kind of a cafe.
Who cares?
I'm just
Yeah.
that's something that's what the concern. I don't care.
You have people
Like, I would
posting
do
who they
it.
voted for on Twitter,
Yeah,
right? Like everyone's.
do.
If you just listen to the words that come out of someone's mouth, you can probably find out who they voted for, right?
Yeah, you can probably figure that out.
Right? Like it's not super hidden information, and it's significantly less private than anything else in your life, right? If you have a phone in the room and you start talking about dog food, you're probably going to start hearing ads for dog food. Nothing you say is private. Why should this be?
We like the veneer of privacy. We like believing that it's private, even though deep down we know it's not. I suppose is the answer here.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho. Anything else? Cyberpunk is still delayed.
Sure is. Oh, I've been playing Half-Life Alyx.
Oh, you have been. How's that been for you?
It's good. Combat is getting a touch tedious, right? Like shooting head crabs all day is really not enjoyable.
That's fair.
And I've had there's no melee option, so you run out of ammo because you're a bad shot and it's VR. You kind of can't do anything.
Yeah. Can't you pick up bricks and throw it at the enemy? I thought that was something you could do.
You can. I don't know if it does any damage.
I mean, if they're going for somewhat realistic, it should do some damage, right?
Well, I've not tried because I can't throw a brick nearly hard enough to make it hurt compared to a bullet, right? And if I need 3 bullets to kill anything, what's a brick gonna do?
Compared to the most efficient means of murder.
Oh. Falcon? Have we lost you? Falcon? Falcon! Falcon! Oh, I'm getting messages. We lost you. You can hear me. Well, I can't hear or see you. Oh. Your camera updated slightly. There we go. I can see you. I can hear you now.
Hear me?
I can hear you now.
It was like a one-way internet failure. What was that?
That was your internet dying.
No, you sounded perfect to me the whole time. My internet is fine.
Oh, okay. Yes, your uploads died. My apology.
Is that even possible? How do you lose uploads and downloads are fine? That's not how internet works.
I don't know. If they keep telling me that my downloads can be 100 megabits, but my upload can only be 10, I'm going to assume it can.
I think it's different pipes. I think one pipe got clogged up for a second.
Maybe.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Half-Life and throwing rocks.
Yeah. And I was saying, okay, yes, bricks do not have the killing power of bullets, which are objectively one of the greatest ways human beings have found to kill things.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I think you could smush a head crab with a brick. Head crabs aren't especially robust.
Right, but they're not on the ground standing there being like, ooh, crush me, right? They're jumping around. I've got to throw a brick 4 or 5 times at it. I'll die before that happens.
Yeah, that's fair. Can you punch head crabs? I bet that'd
No,
be effective.
there's no melee option. I can
punching.
physically swing my arms because it's VR, but it seemingly does no damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll implement that in the next one. That's disappointing.
Who knows? Although I did get through a very annoying section where you're in a room, and if you shoot any of the exploding barrels, millions go off and you just die. There's no safe space.
Yeah,
and
that's classic. Yep.
Yeah, and there's the head plunger sucky things that lift you up to the ceiling, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah. From Half-Life 1, heck yeah.
Right, and if you throw an explosive barrel, they'll suck one of those up, but once it gets to them, they bite it and it explodes.
Awesome.
Right? So you can't use that to distract them as you run past because you'll die.
Because the explosive radius is too big.
Right, and I got to I went around a corner. I found one clip of ammo, which meant I had, I think, 9 bullets. Right?
Yep.
I then rounded another corner. There's a dude with a head crab on him coming to kill me. He kicks, and this is scripted, he kicks an arrow into a sucker.
Okay.
Now, I've got to shoot him and then kill the sucker with one clip.
Can't you back up?
No, you cannot get... Like, I could back up from the guy, but if the sucker gets the explosive barrel, they all go off and I die.
Yeah, but can't you, like, go back far enough away that the barrel's not going to explode?
No. If it's scripted to take it, and if it goes off, the entire room explodes.
Oh.
And I also have, if I remember correctly, because I did eventually get through this, I had another sucker thing that I had to shoot to get to there. So it took 3 bullets to kill that, and then I got to try and kill the guy with the head crab, and then I got to kill the sucker before it can fully suck up the explosive barrel with one clip of ammo.
That sounds real hard.
Yeah, it was tedious. I mean, I also had a shotgun, but the bullet spread, you're just super likely to nick an explosive barrel. It was really, really tedious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but I got past it. So,
because like I'm thinking of Half-Life Alone and Half-Life 2, and they mix up what you're doing consistently, like throughout the game, to the point that it never feels. I never felt like it was tedious. Maybe some people felt like it did, but I thought they were pretty good at that.
Right. I mean, the problem is I probably killed more of the sucker things than I had to, because I can't tell how wide I am in the game. So I can't tell if I can get like a squeeze through past where like the dangly bits are dangling, right? So I just go, okay, I'm not sure if I'll fit there or not. I'll just shoot it, which is how I ran out of ammo, because I was like, I have to shoot all of these? This is a lot. And then I quickly ran out of ammo.
Yeah, ammo scarcity is a big deal.
Yeah, and then after that room, they gave me 160 rounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, remember how you felt like you didn't have any bullets at all? Here's more than you'll need for a bit.
Yeah, because they were like, you're going to stop this train and there's going to be a big fight. And like, there was a fight with like 2 or 3 guys. And I got plenty of ammo. Just searching around the place. Now I'm loaded.
Yeah, that's always... I mean, it's good to see that the tropes are still alive in gaming. Where, right, you're playing along and it's like, oh, here's like 4 health packs and 37 bullets. There's something coming up.
Right. Kind of, yeah. Although,
yeah.
I was a little annoyed. There's a weapon upgrading system, so you can find like clumps of resin. They're just like little cubes or whatever. And you find an upgrade station and you spend the resin to upgrade. And I was like, I have 40 pieces. I could get any of the upgrades for the shotgun or the pistol. And I decided to get the grenade launcher for the shotgun. Because that seemed like a fun and useful thing to have. But one of the weapon upgrades for the pistol is ammo capacity. Like, you get an ammo reservoir, so you just have more bullets in the gun. And reloading is a pain. Because it's VR. You've got to push a button on the controller, reach over, grab an ammo clip from behind your shoulder, slam it in, cock it, while trying to avoid head crabs and things.
Yeah. Yep.
Should have gotten the ammo capacity for the pistol. Because now I have 160 rounds.
That was an available upgrade?
That was, but I went with the grenade launcher for the shotgun.
I mean, I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, it came with a free grenade, which they hadn't given me the tutorial yet for. So that was funny.
Figure this out.
Yeah, they were just like, here's a free grenade. I'm like, oh, how does this work? And they're like, push button to arm grenade. Push button. I'm like, now I'm just holding an armed grenade and I can hear it like thermal detonator counting up. I'm like,
seems problematic.
I thought they were giving me the tutorial on how to attach it to the shotgun to shoot it. No, they were just giving me, this is how you throw a grenade.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. One day I need to play that for sure.
definitely. I mean, if you like Half-Life, I assume so.
I do. And I wish it was Half-Life 3 or Half-Life Episode 2 Part 3, but it's not.
It's a game that'll never happen.
The game that will never happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess one thing before we go, AMD announced their competition, right, to NVIDIA, who can't keep things in stock at all because they suck.
Right.
So yeah, Aki helped me out, gave me some specs. It looks like I probably want to go with a 6800 XT.
Okay.
From AMD, but again, that's going to get released, and who knows how much supply they have because of COVID.
Is your motherboard compatible with those? Like how much?
Yeah,
like if you go with the AMD, how much more do you have to buy to make this work?
Right. I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure if you go with AMD, you can't use an Intel chip. I don't know what I'm misremembering here.
Is that true?
I don't know.
That would be a huge deal.
I don't.
I'm not upgrading my chip for this. Okay.
I don't think that's true. I think I'm misremembering something.
So the GPU power is 300 watts. But the compatibility, I don't know. I don't know if we have that yet. If we have like compatibility charts or anything. I'll look into it though. I remember when we talked about it before. You were like, make sure your motherboard is compatible, and I was like, okay, deal.
Make sure your power supply has enough.
Yeah, and your power supply has enough juice. Those are two things.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
Cool.
All right, cool. I think that's a pod.
Yep. Anything happened in sports real quick?
BYU keeps winning, which is nice.
Falcons beat the Panthers.
The Falcons beat the Panthers.
Yep.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers look way better than the Patriots do, which lends credence to the theory that it's Tom Brady that made the Patriots good and not Bill Belichick, although it's very complicated. And that's the sports.
Cool.
Cool. All right, sweet. Well, that's going to be it from us today for a very special U.S. election-themed podcast that we spent the whole hour on.
Oh, I mean, if you want to spend another hour, we can go into the Electoral College and why it's garbage.
We could do. Maybe we'll do it next week. We have time for that.
Maybe. Okay.
We can fight about it.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, be sure to check out the Patreon page for the podcast direct, as well as our merch store at falconpaladin.store. We have new merch out there with the new StarCraft 2 logo on it, which is cool. And yeah, until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out with us. You can watch us do this live at twitch.tv/Somicron, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's what we did for this one too. And yeah, until next time, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, please take care of yourself.
Bye.
Goodbye.